welcome back people. It is game week 2. We're getting straight into this one. Line-up for today versus Elmstead. Some familiar faces, but also some new faces there as well. So let's get straight into the action, see how the boys get on. As the Panthers start with a kick-off. Got Parish there in midfield, new signing alongside. We've got Caesar and David in the middle there as well. As you can see from previous videos, it's a whole new look Panthers side. So, you know, second week in against a very experienced Elmstead. Hopefully the boys can settle in and gel quite quickly and we can get a positive result. Throwing them from Henry up to Parish, wearing the number 10 there. Just advanced in midfield, finds little pockets of space. Very comfortable on the ball, this lad. Plays it out to Ija. Ija quite narrow, and he's someone to go on the outside of him. He looks for T. T trying to get round the defender. I think the defender does very well there. Nice little turn there from T though. Keeper comes in, gets a corner. It is a corner. I think the goalkeeper was claiming for a goal kick there. It's floated in. No one really attacking that. That's really disappointing. We're much better from set pieces than that. And Elmstead here now looking to break out. Drops to their playmaker there. I think that his name was Luke. Very good player on the day. As they recover possession. Spraying it out wide. And the ball goes out. Rejoin the action. It's a long throw here. Henry plays it in. Goes up to Antonio, I believe, in the number 7 shirt. Forces a corner. Does well there. Didn't try and overplay or try too many skills or anything like that. Where the ball can break down and potentially then the attack breaks down. If something's not on, he's forced the corner. And we've got a set piece here. I think T's jogging over to witness him with his left foot. I want to see much better opportunity being created here than in the last corner, which seemed to bypass everyone. He's floated in towards the back post, and again, no one's really attacking that. That's a real shame from a coach's perspective when we really try and focus on set pieces. We want to get something from these. Nice little quick feet there from Parish. Played it in there to Antonio, not strong enough, loses possession. Comes out to Caesar, plays it out to Henry, bit of a bobble there. Almost losing possession, but David looks to whip one around the corner. It's just cut out there. Potentially offside, I think, but we're playing on. Doing well to try and maintain possession. It's a little bit scrappy. Maybe the preparation hasn't been too great for us. And the ball goes out of play. Rejoin the action. T playing the centre forward today. Out to Ija. Comes inside again. Nice little touch and turn there from Caesar. Maybe would have thought we got a free kick there, but maybe a bit soft. Played up to their number 9, I think. It plays out again into the central midfield position. They're not rushing things, Elmstead. I think that's clear to see. A team that obviously trusts each other, but they lose possession there and we just can't quite get away from it. T tries a little spin, doesn't quite work. Drops their player there, plays a through ball over the top. That seems to be in a decent ball there. He's gone for the chip, bit cheeky. And Craig smothers that again. He does well there to not get caught out by the attempted chip. Again, Craig not a goalkeeper, filling in for us there. Our new goalkeeper is still not available. Hopefully available in the next game. So he's filling in again for us there today after his very, very good performance last week. So there's no issues there for us, and Elmstead looking to break again. Bit of a lunge there, free kick to Elmstead. We've got to be careful for some set pieces here. Looks like he has quite a good delivery on the button and it's gone out for a corner. I think Ash does well there because that was going to drop to an Elmstead player. So it's Elmstead with the free kick, looking for the short one. We need to switch on there. They obviously have got set piece routines. They've got to make sure that they're concentrating here on these things, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Could have been caught out there. We need to be switched on. They're obviously not just a side that is one-dimensional. They like to change things up a little bit. Obviously a side that has been together quite some time. It's quite an experienced side. So you've got our brand new side that's still learning each other against an experienced side. We need to be switched on when it comes to set pieces, throw-ins, free kicks, all these type of things. Because a side that's been together for so long, they're going to know who's good in certain areas. So need to be switched on there, but we're doing alright at the moment. Drop to Ija, comes inside. Lovely little ball inside there, just runs away from Parish. I think he's looking for a bit more from Parish there, but we maintain possession with Henry. Plays it out, cut out again by the Elmstead player. These forward passes are just getting cut out a little bit too easy for my liking, and it's a shot from Elmstead. Ball played up again, won by the Elmstead centre halves. Did that quite well in this game. Good hustling there from the Elmstead central midfielder out to the 7 again, who's got an eye for a pass on him. Chop inside there from the Elmstead guy. Well held up there by Kieran. Not lunging in. And what's he going to do here? Drops out to the 7. We're not getting out to these crosses. That's a dangerous ball. And Craigie does well there to hold that. Got to stop those crosses. You can't let someone just size it up like that and put a ball in. We've got to get out and close those down. Unfortunately, that ball just drops out of play. Return to the action. It's a goal kick for Elmstead. I think this chap wasn't a goalkeeper as well, so I think it's a similar issue that we have here, where we have an outfield player playing in goal. Drops to their 7 again, trying to run the channel, and it looks like ankles might have been clipped there. The referee's not giving it, and he's giving it the other way. So let's have a look at that again. Is he saying that the player tripped over his own feet? Are we saying that Kieran clipped him? I think he might have just clipped him there. It seems like we've got away with that, and the referee's given a foul for handball. As we return to the action, David spraying it out wide there to Henry. Someone's got to go beyond, so he's got to... These balls forward are just getting cut out at the moment. We haven't quite twigged how to play the ball forward at what time. I think it's been played forward a little bit too slow for my liking, whereas Elmstead, they're putting it into areas of willing runners. Obviously that ball doesn't go to anyone, but they're not hesitating with that forward pass. Back again into the action. Decent ball over the top there by Parrish. Good eye for a pass there. Antonio, what can he do here? Tries to set it off to Caesar. Good challenge there from the Elmstead defender, and it's gone out for a corner. Ija here going to look to whip one in. Now we've got to do better from these. What can we do? He's got a little bit more pace on it. Again, we're not really attacking those. Bit of a scramble there to defend and us to attack. Drops out to Henry. Does well to spray it out wide to Antonio, but he loses out on the battle there. This player comes away with it. Plays forward. Plays in between the two centre halves. Ash needs to deal with it there. Tries to get his head on it, and he's given a penalty away. He's given a penalty away. It looks like he just lunged when, I don't know, could he have delayed the lunge? I'm not sure, but Craigie up against Elmstead centre forward here. We've got a few kind words of encouragement from one of the Elmstead players as he goes to take it, and it's a save. Craigie gets the hand on it. Let's have another look at this. I think that's a big save at a vital time of the game. Craigie here, I think he might have just come off his line, but we don't care. He's a centre half playing in goal. What a save as it goes out for a corner. Whipped in. Ooh, it's a little bit of a tricky one there. Dave does really well to get on the end of that, and he can play forward and relieve us from the danger. But well, big save from Craig there. That's a bit of a warning shot for us there. That ball played over the top. Lunged in a little bit there. Ash, I think he was just so eager to win the ball. Maybe he could have delayed his challenge a little bit and got a block in. As we see Antonio with an option going forward there. It's just called as a foul by the referee. But Tommy's now on the pitch, and Michael as well. Now on the pitch, 2 new signings that have joined us. Mike trying to create something. Hard and low cross into the box. Just held up a little bit. Davey here on the ball. Sprays it out wide. Lovely vision on the lad to play the ball out there. Back to Parrish. Someone needs to work with him here. It's played into a player, but we're not quite. It's just breaking down as it's played forward. It's a bit of a frustration. Antonio forcing the issue here. Oh, Michael just shoots wide. Cut out there again by the Elmstead skipper. He's done very well there to get his head and feet on the end of forward passes as he looks to drive out. This is where we need to capitalise. If he's left a big gaping space at the back, we need to capitalise on that. And it's just again that forward pass. It's not quite working for us at the moment. Bit of a delay on the pass there from Henry, and they're able to get back in, and I think that might be a foul. Played forward then by Elmstead. They've got a ball around the corner there if they can find them. It's played in between the two centre halves. I think Kieran and Dempster are going to mop that up. That shouldn't be an issue. We look to play out there. Nice. Now this is where the tempo needs to be a lot quicker. 1 and 2 touch passes. But it's just very slow at the moment. Very slow. I think this is the issue here. When I talk about tempo, if you look now, look at the bodies that are behind the ball for Elmstead. If that ball's played tap, we might be able to bypass any player that is behind the ball and get in behind. But it was so slow, nothing really was opening up in terms of a picture. And then we're forcing the ball forward here. I just done well to get on the end of it. Again, another great challenge there by the Elmstead skipper. Corner ball. Looks like we might go short here. We're changing it up a little bit. We've got no joy before. Back to Ija. Chips it in. Back post. No one really there to attack it. One by the Elmstead defender. Drops to Antonio. What's he going to do? Has he got a chance to turn? David on the ball. Just not working for us, is it? In the final third. And Elmstead find themselves an opportunity to play out. And it's a free kick to them. Goalkeeper plays it forward. That should be a ball won there, and it's not. It's dropped to the centre forward, and he's just not really connected with it well enough. Bit of a danger there. One straight ball over the top. Not really happy with that. Return to the action, and I think it's a free kick for the Panthers. Played short here, and this is where it needs to be played a lot quicker. David didn't really check his shoulders. He thought there was an option there behind him with Caesar, but he hasn't checked his shoulders, and now Elmstead regain possession. They're going to play forward. They play forward early, and it seems to be working for them. And this is where we need to be a little bit better on the ball. Tommy does really well there to beat one challenge, plays the ball in, and it's well defended there by Elmstead. But this is where they get it and they play forward immediately, and this is where they've got an option here, but Tommy does really well there to get his body across. We talk about when you're going in for a challenge, you've got to win it on first contact, and that's a great example there by Tommy. Just got his body across, won the ball, and we can see there another cynical foul on David. He's getting away from the challenges in midfield, and they're just leaving a foot in. Nothing malicious, but they're just slowing down our attacks, which seems to be a clever little ploy from them. As a short free kick here, played to Tommy. Worth a go, but we've got to have better options than that. So we rejoin the action again. Free kick. Elmstead over the ball. Now what can they do from this? They've got a little bit of joy from their set pieces as it's played forward. Up to their number 9. Dempston wins the initial header. Drops to an Elmstead player. We've done well to smother him there as we play forward again. This is where we want to try and counter. Michael, good little touch there. Beats one. Beats a second. Oh, nice cheeky little nutmeg there, but it just gets away from him. Craig with the ball forward. Not really met by anyone. Need to do a little bit better there as it goes out for a throw-in, and I think that will be half-time. 0-0. Let's hear what the gaffer has to say.
Gave a penalty for it, a little bit more deliberate, like kind of, the other one was just, it was careless clip, and it just should have been.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
Let's go, boys. Listen up.
Let's go.
Alright, first of all, cut the negative shit out. Cut it out. Cut that shit out. That little whinging. Cut it out. I'm not interested. Cut that bullshit out. You haven't come here for that. So fuck it off. Alright? Everything that comes out of your mouth now is positive. Positive. Absolutely everything. Even if Craig gives me a ball and it's the worst fucking pass in the world, don't worry, Craig, you're better than that. Let's go. Everything's positive. I'm not interested in negativity. Hear it, come off, take it off, go on. Go and play again. Won't play again. I'm not interested, because that negativity is like a poison. It sinks in and it spreads, into the way you play. So now people are stressed, and when you play stressed, it's I'm just going to hit it long. I'm going to hit channels earlier than I need to. I'm going to force the issue earlier than I need to because I'm stressed, because I fucked someone off, and now it's all on me. But if I make a mistake and my teammate goes, don't worry Wheeler, next 50-50, that's yours, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I'm refocused. Last week, now every game is different, right? Every game is different. The scenario is different, the team is playing different, the pitch is different, everything's different. But when we made a mistake, when something did go right, what was your reaction as a group? It was positive. Did we win that game? Yeah. And we won it how? By fucking fighting for each other. No negativity seeped in whatsoever, and we've got a positive result. I said to you before the game, it's not going to be easy, is it? And it hasn't been. But we are so much more comfortable on the ball than them, but we haven't allowed each other to be comfortable. We haven't allowed each other because we're stressed. When I'm playing the ball, I'm standing still because I don't want to make a mistake. No, I want to be confident. I'm going to set him, and I'm going to create an angle. And if it ain't on the right-hand side, I'm going to drop off, create a bit of depth, and play the ball out to the left-hand side, and just keep ticking. Possession is about width, depth, and length. But at the moment, we're just length, knock it over the top, force someone to run from deep when they don't need to. Last week as well, I mentioned as well, tempo can create a picture for you. So if we slow it all the way down, when you get it in a deep position and you've slowed it all the way down, they're going to go into, they're almost doing a mid-block themselves. They're going to get into their defensive shape, and they're going to wait for you to force that pass that you don't need to do. They capitalise, bang over the top, and see if we can get in behind. But if we keep that tempo ticking over, we're going to shift them, because the picture changes. The picture hasn't changed in our favour yet, because we've slowed it down, and we've worried about things that are of no importance, like talking to the ref. Stop fucking talking to him. If anyone talks to him, it's a geezer with the captain's armband on, or me. No one else. If it's a foul, I'm the loudest fucker here. You'll hear me from the sidelines and I'll call it. You don't need to talk to the ref. Let him get on with the game. He's doing very well. Let him get on with it. You come up to him going, oh, ref. What's that going to result in? You get a yellow card, that's £12 you owe me. So we don't need that. Now I'm spending my half-time team talk talking about shit that don't fucking matter. Alright? Cut it out. Agreed? Yeah. Is that fair?
So the gaffer's asking us to play a little bit quicker in terms of tempo and stop worrying about things that don't matter, i.e. talking to the ref. Our focus seems to have come away from the game and we're focusing on things that we have no control over. So, we need to be a little bit quicker. We saw an example there when we had possession of the ball and it was just a little bit slow. Maybe we were waiting for something to happen rather than taking the game by the scruff of the neck. And that seems to be what Parish is doing exactly here. This is a very good run here. If you can find a teammate, it's a real shame. Maybe should have let that off a little bit earlier. But that's what we want. We want to take the game to the opposition. Football is an invasion game. You need to play forward. You need to attack. And you need to see what the opposition have got in terms of their defending. They haven't done enough of that today. They're claiming for a back pass there, but I don't think it was something that you could give. I think Kieran done very well to get his body across and the ball's played out to Craig, who finds Tommy. Tommy doing us a favour at left back here. Played forward. It's just a little bit lazy with the touch there. Big challenge there. David's got hurt from that. A challenge I would have been proud of as a player, but I think that's just a little bit too aggressive. And David, unfortunately, has probably rolled his ankle there. That might be the end of his game. We rejoin the action again. Number 7 finding little pockets of space. I think he was probably their best player on the day. Play off his right foot, left foot, and play forward. Decent delivery on free kicks and stuff like that. I think his name is Luke. I think he's the gaffer's son. So he had a really good game there. And Elmstead are doing far better in spraying the ball here. Goes for a shot. Bit ambitious, but Craigie does well to get his hand on it as it goes out for a corner. They look to play a short one. Number 7 again, their creative player, goes for a shot. Caesar does very well to block it there. He gets his head on it, but I don't think that's ever going in. So we rejoin the action here. Tommy out at left back again, playing forward. This is what we want. Find space in the channels for the forwards to run onto. Michael does well to hold it up there. Slips, but he manages to get away. Plays the ball into the area, and again, the skipper for Elmstead gets his foot on it. But we're doing well to recover it there as Henry gets the ball, plays forward. And again, Elmstead with the challenge. Elmstead are doing very well here to block the forward passes from us. They're doing very well defensively. And when they get it, they play it forward and play it forward early. And that's a late one there from Dempster. He's come in to try and win the ball and he's slipped. And has gone through the play. And I think he's ended up hurting himself there and got himself a yellow card. So it is a free kick for Elmstead. They have been good from these set pieces. We need to organise early. We don't want to be conceding this early into the second half, as I think we were just starting to build a little bit of momentum towards the end. But Elmstead doing very well with these. It's a 14 plays it short, which is what I was worried about. Comes out to their creative player. He drops it in and it's a header and it's a goal. That's a very well worked free kick there. Played it out to the number 7, who I said was their danger man. He cuts inside. We don't get out to him quick enough. We don't stop the cross. And you look at the centre forward there. He's just peeled off. He's in between the defenders. We've got Dempster a little bit closer to the front post and the others are way further away from him, covering the other players, but no one tracks the runner. And it is 1-0 to Elmstead. Not what we wanted this early in the second half. Let's see if the boys can recover as we rejoin the action here. Elmstead on the ball. Henry does well to stop that advance. Played out to the number 6. They're doing some very good passing here now, Elmstead. Playing a little bit more intricate than we are. Out to 7, who seems to have found space in the wide area. But it's cleared there by Kieran. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. We rejoin the action. Henry with a free kick here. Plays forward. Not really getting on the end of anything there, are we? As Elmstead do well to win the ball here. This player here had a really good game at left back. Out to number 6. Plays it back again. This is what I talk about with regards to tempo. But we've done very well there to block it. This is Antonio. And 17 does well to come across, defend it. And it's a throw-in again. Henry plays it forward and not really getting any joy from that, but we'll take the corner if it's given to us. T with the floated one in the back post. RG gets on the end of it and the keeper makes a good save there. That's a real shame. Either side of him hard and low, and I think that's a goal as Kieran just loses his foot in there. Bit of weak claim for a penalty. I don't think it ever was. And Elmstead now are looking to hit ourselves on the break. And Tommy there does well to clean up. Ball over the top here for the advancing centre forward for Elmstead. They've brought on a bit of pace. They're trying to add to this. Another bit of a late challenge there by Kieran. Ref's not giving it. Might have been a penalty there. I'm not too sure. Maybe a bit soft, but we have to be really wary of lunging in on challenges like that in the box. You know, one little slip on a greasy surface and it's a penalty. So we have to be very mindful of that as we collect the ball here from the back. Good pressure there by Elmstead. Caesar just looks to relieve that pressure if he can. Plays it out to Craig. Craig's going to be comfortable with the ball at his feet as he is obviously an outfield player. Dempster does well to evade the press as it comes out to Henry. Henry plays forward. Antonio now, this is what we want. 1v1. Little drop of the shoulder. See if he can get past him. And again, that number, I think it's number 3. He does very well there. He had a good game. So again, Elmstead doing very well to nullify attacks. They're getting bodies in and around the player with the ball. They've identified, I think, that we have pace in wide areas, so they're doubling up on them. This is where when the ball goes out wide and we're getting doubled up on, the ball needs to come back into a central area and then indeed needs to go out to the other wide player because there should be space on the opposite side of the pitch. And we're not really working that out at the moment. It's all a little bit overplaying, and this is where Elmstead are going to get joy from that. And Tommy there just brings him down, the number 7, and he gets another opportunity from a free kick. We're giving away quite a few from these sort of positions. The ball does its job. Comes out to Antonio here. It's got to be played forward to Henry surely, but he goes alone. Again, should be playing it inside, and it goes out for a throw. We got away with that one, but again, we've got to use each other a lot better. Too many touches from each of the players here. Caesar drops that off to Antonio. What can he do here? Just doesn't quite meet it right, and the ball gets played away again from the Elmstead centre half, and it's another throw-in. Again, no one attacking them. Who are we throwing these to, lads? Someone's got to get up and challenge those at the very least. I guess that's where you don't have a physical number 9 to win these sort of headers. We're going to have that sort of problem. So if it's not working, chaps, you need to find another option, which would probably be short throw-ins, playing back to a player that maybe can play it into a channel or keep the ball ticking over. But again, we're kind of forcing the issue, and I think we're all a little bit stressed here in terms of things aren't working for us going forward, in terms of Elmstead defending very well, and we're forcing the issue. I don't think we need to. There's still plenty of game time left in the second half as Antonio comes 1v1, plays the ball into the box, and we said put that ball in that danger area, that red zone, that area between defence and goalkeeper, and anything can happen, and keeper does well there to get a hand on that cross. But this is where we need to be a little bit more understanding of where we want that ball to go and what sort of dangers we can create by putting the ball into dangerous areas. Throwing again for Panthers as it's played forward again, a little bit forced. Who's offering a second and third option? We're just launching it forward, and I think, yes, we've got the free kick, but we need to be doing a little bit better there. As it's played towards the back post, towards Dempster, we get another set piece. It's set pieces galore for both teams in this game today, as it's floated in by Caesar this time. Again, the Elmstead captain gets his head on it. He's done really well today. Out to David. Does really well to spray it out wide to Caesar. That's got to go into the box. It's a little bit high and deep, and I would have liked it a little bit low and hard there, but I think this is Idra on the ball. He's done very well to keep control of the ball here as it cuts into his right hand side. Tries to play the ball in. Gets deflected. Played in again. That's bread and butter, I think, for the Elmstead defenders. But he's come out to us again. Sustained pressure here. David with his left foot. It just goes over. So it's late into the second half now. The boys need to get something quickly if we're going to get anything out of this game. David again. Midfield masterclass from him sometimes. Tries to play forward. Doesn't quite come off. But this is where we need to stop these attacks now if we can. The ball's played there. Henry, good strength there. Henry went shoulder to shoulder with the attacker, and he's come off the winner as the ball's played out there by Craig to Caesar. Craig is telling him, get forward if you can. And again, the ball forward is just delayed. This has been our issue today. The ball forward, or the creativity in the final third, has been delayed. And Elmstead have done this very well, that when we have finally found ourselves a little bit of time and space to create in that midfield pocket, just little niggling fouls. Again, nothing malicious, but it's clever. They're just slowing down our attack, not letting us get away and give ourselves time to create something. And they've identified David as the danger man, I would assume, because there's been 2 or 3 challenges on him. Probably warrant a yellow card for totting up, but I haven't seen one as of yet. But this is what we need to be careful of as well. If we overplay Elmstead with the press, they've done well with bringing on someone with a bit of pace. But again, Craig is going to be comfortable with the ball at his feet, and this is where it needs to be quicker. Comes inside, Caesar and he's got 2 players on him. So Elmstead, I have to give you a massive shout out that you've got it spot on today. You're aggressive, but aggressive in the right way. You've nullified our attacking players, and you've stopped the opportunity for us to create something in the midfield area. And again, look here, just swallows up any time and space that David has, as he's the key man really today to create anything for us. And it's a clever, experienced display from Elmstead. And if they carry on this same vein with a few minutes, if that, left in the game, they're going to find themselves with a 1-0 victory, and we're going to be kicking ourselves that we couldn't quite unlock the door to create something for ourselves. As the ball's played forward, they're doing very well there. They're putting it into an area for the centre forward just to try and close down and put pressure on our players in that final third. Elmstead skipper yet again wins the header, and I think with seconds left of the game, we're going to find ourselves on the end of a 1-0 loss. And again, you have to take your hat off to Elmstead. They non-leagued us. They've done very well. They got the goal. They realised it was a tight game, and they made sure they defended first. They got the ball forward, and they nullified any opportunity we had to have time and space on the ball. So congratulations to Elmstead, a 1-0 win. We look forward to the reverse fixture, see what the gaffer has to say.
I hate to harp on about it. You know the point I'm going to make. The majority of us were late today. And what's happened? We couldn't get out of a certain gear because we weren't prepared enough. And it does go back to that. It filters back to that. When you're late to prepare. So you're going to be late to the tackle, late to the pass, late to this, late to that. And I hate to harp on about it, but that is going to happen. Every time we have a delay, and I get it, there's traffic, accidents happen, I get it. Not everyone wants to be in a traffic accident. Every time we're late, we're slow to everything. Preparation was poor. Come on, that warm-up was terrible, wasn't it? We weren't a warm-up. Because time got away from us. They were out here way before us. They set up their cones, they were doing everything. And I said to you, every time we bring this camera down, it's a cup final for these things. Because they want to watch the game in 2 weeks' time and go, oh yeah, look what I did. Yeah, look what I did. So there's an extra element there where you've got to be up for it. You've got to be up for the challenge. And we went away from what we were good at. Because again, I said it half time, we were stressed, we were panicking. Let's go long, let's try and do this, do that. Bread and butter for them. Centre halves winning it, bang. I don't think we won any challenges in the air in the final third today. So if that's not working, get down and play. Don't get bored of doing the right things. And it's almost like we did. We were like, no, I'm not going to do that because it's not working. So I'm going to try something different. Well, let's stick to what we're good at, because there's been a lot of success off the back of that.
And they had to result to a different way to win. And we need to learn that as a team. We are quite young. We are quite dynamic. We're good on the ball. We need to, I call it the ugly side of the game.
I say naive, yeah.
Don't be naive.
That's it, boys. Other than that, fucking well played. We worked hard for one another. And we just lost our way in that second half. They just out fought us and out-mouthed us and out-mentaled us. Mental capacity. That's it for me. But good signs, boys.
Heads up, lad. Heads up.
Absolutely, there are signs of more to come from us. When we start, I think Craig made a great point. We don't really, not everyone knows each other yet. We're a brand new team. We don't train because we're all training during the week anyway. So it's hard to get all of us together and try work on certain things. But I would just say this: if you don't know someone, ask him. How do you usually play? What's your strengths? What do you like? But I've seen footage of Mike, but I didn't really know how he played before the game. Mike, how do you play? If I'm playing with Paris and centre mid, Paris, how do you play? What do you like to do? The gaffer wants this as a collective, but what do you do? Can I support you, get the best out of you? If I've got to sit in, right, so I've got, let's say I'm centre mid and I've got Caesar and I've got Paris, I'm going to sit, because they've got ability. Paris can get on it and play, Caesar will go and press, he's got a lot of energy in there, where I can just sit and be the cover. There's no shame in that, you just understand who you're working with and what's their attributes. And then in the final third, what works well for us? Well, we've got pace, we've got dynamic movement, we've got a lot of movement. But we weren't playing into that strength today, we were throwing it down the throat of centre halves that want to hit it and kick it. So we've got to learn. If this isn't working, what's our plan B? And that's for me to figure out as well when I know who I've got. Yeah. But look, 1-0, nothing to be ashamed of, it's frustrating. I'm glad you're all pissed off because it shows you care. Yeah. If you just like, oh fuck it, yeah, we lost, whatever, then it shows you didn't care. The fact that you're fuming after losing 1-0 shows you care, and I'll take a lot from that.